Hello, everybody. So I'm here today with Burton Alicando, the product specialist of Propstream. Um, so today we're going to go over two simple things, but two things that you're going to want when you're starting off, um, in anything real estate. So one is finding your cash buyers, and then another one is going to be, a high equity list. We'll go over those two real quick, and we're going to start with the Atlantic County area. That's where I'm from, and Burton will go over that in a second, and you'll see how easy and great it is to find the data to get you started on the right path and get you started and more confident in knowing, okay, I can go in here and get my cash buyers, and then I can go on here and also find my high equity leads. So here we have Burton Alicando, the PropStream specialist.
Hey Antonio, what's going on, man? Thanks for having me. Yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So, for those that are utilizing PropStream, it's nationwide data, so you'll be able to do this in your market. For today, obviously, we're going to use the Atlantic County market in New Jersey. So, what you want to do is you want to obviously sign into your PropStream account, and then once you're in PropStream, go to our search bar at the top and type in either the county, the city, or the zip code that you want to pull up. Now, once you do that, what we're going to do is show you all the records that we've collected for you in that market. So what it's saying is, hey, there's over 100,000 records that you can go through. And these are addresses that are on some sort of category of ours, like it's either on market or in pre-foreclosure, or someone bought it in cash. But for the two categories that we're going to be showing you how to build today, I actually recommend that you go to our search filter here at the top. So once you pull up your market and you see the results, click on filter here at the top. And for those that are trying to build a buyer's list, what you want to do is go to quick list choices and click on that drop-down menu. You'll see 19 options, but the one that you want to click on is cash buyers. Now, you're not just done yet, because we have a lot of cash buyers records here. As you can see, 27,000 records. So here are some best practices when you're building a buyer's list. First, make sure that the buyers that you're looking for are the same type of buyers that you have on contract, essentially, when it comes to a property. So if you have a single family property on contract, then the type of cash buyer you want to find in this market is going to be probably single family cash buyer. So you can go to our property characteristics and let us know you're looking for either a residential buyer, a commercial buyer, an office space buyer, vacant land buyer. Essentially, you want to think of it like a dating game. You're playing matchmaker. So I need a cash buyer, not just any cash buyer, one who invests in residential type of properties. And the type of residential that they invest in are either condominiums or duplexes, because you have a duplex on contract, or if you have a single family, put that in there. Now, some honorable mentions too. Again, buyers, some buy old properties, some buy only newer properties. So feel free to take advantage of that year built. Hey, I'm looking for a buyer who's comfortable buying a property maybe built from 1920 to 2000. Someone who's okay with a little bit older of a property. So take advantage of these filters, your property class, property type, and even the year built. Again, you're trying to play matchmaker with the contracts or the type of buyers you're trying to work with. Once you're done with those property characteristics, the last best practice when building a cash buyers list is look for active buyers. As you can see, PropStream collects a lot of data. We have a buyer from this year, 2023, and here's a buyer from 8 years ago, 2015. We don't know if this buyer from 8 years ago is still active, right? Well, I could take an assumption here, but the person that bought this year is probably an active buyer versus the person who bought 8 years ago. Again, I'm only looking for active buyers. So to do that, go to ownership info, and where it says last sell date, you can put a starting period. In this case, I could say, you know what? I only want buyers who only bought in 2013. So let's look for buyers starting January 1st of 2013 or 2023, I'm sorry, going forward. And then now I can hit close, and there are my 332 cash buyers this year who bought single family properties. Now, some honorable mentions before we end the cash buyer search is you can control the type of buyer. Are you looking for individual buyers? Are you looking for corporate buyers? And another little benefit, a little best practice I always like to recommend is you can even look for buyers with a portfolio. Hey, let me find a cash buyer who has a minimum 5 properties in their portfolio. Now, the reason I encourage you to consider this option is because A buyer with a portfolio versus a buyer without a portfolio will look at your contract differently. A buyer with a portfolio will look at your contract as a potential fix and flip or as a long-term investment versus the buyer with no portfolio. They're probably just fixing and flipping properties. So they may not look at your contract with another set of options. But this is how you would want to build your cash buyers list. Search your market, pick cash buyers, sprinkle your property characteristics and your ownership info. At that point, you can now hit close. Your results are here on the right-hand side. Remember, you can check off your results. You can add them to a marketing list. We'll store them in your My Properties for you. If you want to spend a little bit extra for 12 cents, you can skip trace with PropStream, meaning we can get you a phone number as well as an email to these cash buyers. But this is how you would want to go and approach your cash buyers list, Antonio.
Great. Yes. So everyone, you see how easy that is. You go in there, all the filters are set for you. The cash buyer filter, and then from there you just plug in exactly what you would like. Like Burton said, it's probably better to find cash buyers that are gonna be doing the type of real estate, because real estate has a lot of different eggs. So if this is a buy and hold investor, or if this is a fix and flip investor, you're probably better off, trying to find that match, like Burton said. It's like a dating game.
All right, let's go ahead and show you guys how to build your high equity list as well. So very similar to the cash buyers list. What you'll want to do again is just pull up your market. Once you pull up your market and see results, head over to the filter section. And what you want to go ahead and do is go under our quick list choices. We've done you the favor of giving you a high equity category already. For those that want to know what this represents, these are properties that have $100,000 or more in equity, or 50% or more in equity. So again, a lot of equity on these properties. Now, working with investors for over a decade, there's more to it than just going after high equity properties, right? So if you're wholesaling, if you're fixing flipping, I mean, the benefit with that is, you get the bigger discount when you're going direct to homeowner versus getting it off the MLS. So here are some best practices if you're trying to find off-market high equity properties. Once you pick your lists, head over to our MLS status section, and where it says on market, go ahead and hit no. The idea again is we're not looking for properties that are on the MLS unless that is your intention. If it is, go ahead and hit yes. But for the vast majority of wholesalers and fix and flippers that I encounter, all of them are interested in direct to seller. So they love the off-market records. Here's a little bonus for those that are looking for off-market. You can go to our MLS status and also look for those that have never been listed. So we'll show you the addresses that haven't reached out to a realtor in the last few years. So step one, pull your market. Step two, make sure you click on high equity. Step three, go to our MLS status, make sure it's not on market and never listed if you're looking for off-market records. Step four, right? If you're going to be a fix and flipper, you're going to be a wholesaler, you need to have equity on your properties. So go to the valuation and equity section here and make sure you put a minimum amount of equity in your search. So in this case, let's assume I'm a wholesaler. We like to get properties at, 7 cents to $1. So what we're going to do is we're going to look for properties that have a lot of equity. In this case, 70% in equity or more. What does that mean? That means that if they do have a mortgage, it's about 30% of that property's value. So look for high equity properties. Now, for those that are already selecting high equity in your high drop-down menu, you actually don't need to apply this at all because it's already going to be 50%. And the reason I want to show you this area is in the event you choose a different category, like bankruptcies or a pre-foreclosure, you can apply equity here. Since you're already choosing high equity, there's no need to do that. But some honorable mentions in this area are things like estimated value. If you're not dealing with mansions or $1 million properties, please let us know. Please don't go any higher than $400,000 in these property values. So I need high equity, I need them off market, but they need to be no more than $400,000. And the last two things you want to apply are your property characteristics. Just like your cash buyers, again, you're going for certain types of homeowners that are in distress or that have high equity. In this case, I'm looking for those residential single family properties. Honorable mentions are your beds, bathrooms. Again, year built. If you're a fix and flipper, maybe you want something that was built before 2010 or after a certain year, perhaps. So make sure you apply your property characteristics. And the last stop when it comes to building any list is what type of owner are you looking for? Because remember, the list that you build in PropStream will be the list you market to, and therefore cause and effect. Right? When you call a list, someone's going to pick up the phone. You technically get to control who picks up the phone by telling us the type of owners that you're looking for. So I want high equity properties that are off market with equity under 400,000, single family properties built before 2010, owned by individuals who have lived in these properties for 2 years, 3 years. There's no perfect date, but just think of it this way. If you just bought a property last month, you're not going to sell it, right? But what about living in a house for 15 years and seeing it fall apart and knowing that every year that it falls apart is more money you have to invest to fix it back up? Maybe it's better to just sell and go to another property, right? So heck, with that knowledge in mind, I'm going to go after anybody that owns a property at 15 years or more because I'm trying to find that potential situation. That's how you build your high equity list. Again, step one is to search your market, head over to our filter, make sure you choose high equity. That's step two. Step three, make sure it's off market. Step four, add your equity and your value. Step five, your property characteristics that you're looking for. And then step six, your owner information. Once you do all of that, you can now hit close, and there are your 37 highly targeted high equity properties in Atlantic County in this example. Again, you could save them, and for a small investment of 12 cents per address, we can get you a phone number and an email. And if you really want to go above and beyond, you can also send postcards and emails through PropStream. But that's how you're going to build your cash buyers and high equity lists. Thanks, Antonio, for having me, man.
Hey, thank you, Burton. Thank you. So now, as far as so now when we do get those lists and we click on the property, like Burton said, where you go under campaigns, you can send out postcards. There's skip tracing, so you can also get the phone number so you can contact your potential deals or potential cash buyers. I've been using this system, PropStream, for about 3 years now, and it's we can't go without it. We need it. So I appreciate it, Burton.
Yeah, absolutely. And for those that are watching, good luck. Again, if you guys have any questions or want to learn more about PropStream, reach out to our customer support and go to our online website. There's lots of resources there, or reach out. But again, Antonio, can't thank you enough. Thank you for being a loyal supporter of PropStream. And guys, Antonio and our company worked out a deal. If you guys want to try out PropStream for 7 days and get a discount, make sure to click on the link down below, or the link that Antonio will be providing you guys. Okay? Take care, guys.